ALEC was founded in 1973 by the losers of the great political battles of the 1960s and early 1970s. People who had nominated Barry Goldwater for president only to see that campaign crash and burn. People who had tried to nominate Ronald Reagan for president in 1968 only to fail. And people who had finally put their chips on Richard Nixon only to see that endeavor crash and burn in the Watergate scandal. Realizing that their goals could not be achieved in an honest political fight, they decided to create a secretive organization that would link state legislators to corporations, with money obviously, and then implement an agenda at the state level, usually in moments when a lot of people weren't looking. They knew they'd be covered at the federal level. They figured out that they could actually change tremendous amounts of policy at the states. So that's where they focus their energy. And they have never forgotten that they were founded by people who couldn't win elections. And so they've put a lot of their energy on gaming the electoral process. They have three key areas where they work. Number one, in suppressing the vote. They push model voter ID legislation that would make it harder for millions, in fact tens of millions of Americans to cast ballots. Two, in erecting barriers to direct democracy. They are very critical of initiatives and referendums, particularly those passed by citizens to, say, raise the minimum wage, create a living wage, or to add benefits. Anything that affects corporations, they talk about how that you might erect greater barriers to putting such legislation on the ballot and to passing it, perhaps by requiring supermajorities. Finally, and this is perhaps their key area of work in recent years, they are the most aggressive promoters in the country of clearing away barriers for corporations and wealthy people to spend whatever they want to win elections. And so they're huge backers of the Citizens United decision, which allows corporations to spend freely on campaigns, but also a host of other measures designed to clear away any barriers to corporate spending. So effectively what you understand is ALEC is about tipping the playing field, about gaming the system so that at the end of the day, the people who couldn't win elections in the 1960s and 1970s, and frankly couldn't today, can prevail in an electoral landscape that they have designed.